welcome to Show Us Your Crits, the virtual tabletop game show with games, reviews, me kind of mumbling to myself, and other things that go on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Plexstorm for those of you who watch our adult stream. So tonight we're actually doing something kind of special, but before I start getting into that, Show Us Your Crits. We have a Patreon. You can check us out at patreon.com/grindhouse media, and obviously wherever you're watching us tonight, we have our chat open, so feel free. We're going to be doing trivia tonight, and we'd love you to participate. So if you have anything to say or whatnot, just jump on into chat. We'll be able to see it. But before we start, I want to go ahead and introduce some of my guests for tonight. Some you're familiar with from previous episodes. We also have someone new, and we want to welcome Sumiko to the show. So definitely hello. And let's start with Liz. Go ahead and let us know a little bit about who you are and what are you playing tonight.
So those who used to watch, I was Zara. Now I'm just a random warrior. I'm just here to have a good time. I came from the shadows, and I'll probably go back afterwards.
All right, that's awesome. And I think the cards got mixed around, so I'm going to go ahead and try to fix that while we're live streaming, which is going to be fun. While I'm unfortunately covering up someone at the moment, let's go with you, Gandalfina, and tell us, a little bit about yourself and who you are playing tonight.
Salvete omnes! I have many names. One of them is Skunkheart. I use either E-M-Air, Fe-Fem-Fear, or B-Bimbos pronouns. I would play Yasath Lossel, the genderqueer pink-bearded duelist on Skyrealms of Marthul, and will be running nearly ambiguous Geppetto Must Die, a Shadowrun 5th edition campaign focusing on the lives, dreams, and struggles of a house full of Bunraku prostitutes run by a local gang as the mafia attempts to take them over. I just started a Patreon, patreon.com/queermythopoeia, QUEERMYTHOPOEIA, where you can help donate to supporting my streaming, maybe getting better tech, as well as my RPG writing efforts on my blog and elsewhere. And along those lines, because I have patrons who get written shout-outs on every stream.
Wow, that's awesome.
Also, I love Sumiko, who's my mistress in real life. She's amazing.
And speaking of Sumiko, why don't you tell us a little about yourself and what character or what class are you playing tonight?
My name is Sumiko Salson, and I'm an artist and a cartoonist. Hey, I gave you my cartoon with that. And I am going to be playing a wizard, so that's my class. I love you too, Merlin. I'm sorry, Gandalfina right now. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Sumiko.
I should add, Lucy, I forgot to mention, I am playing the ass in tonight. 3 words.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Darius. Hi. Yeah.
Thank you. And Syringa, how about you?
Hi, Syringa Vulgaris. This is my second time on Show Us Your Crits. I am many things, and some of those things are human. Among those things is a poet, a game designer, a singer, and a witch. You can find me if you're interested in game designs. You can find me on itch.io at syringav.itch.io. I'm also Gently Press on Twitter at Gently Press. Anyway, I'm excited to be here and to hope desperately that the trivia questions are key to my specific obsessive knowledge, but I'm going to be playing the Bard. I think I've decided that she is Roxanne Basso Cadenza, the Raccoon Torch Singer.
That's awesome. Thank you, Zaringa. And as usual, I am JC. I don't think I've changed my name yet, or in some years. I've gone by many things in many eras, but JC for now. I am a game designer. I am the Chief Games Officer for TSR Games. I am also the head of Grindhouse Media and president of Chapter 13 Press, that we've designed fantasy RPGs, and with TSR, I did the game mechanics for Top Secret New World Order, along with Merle Rasmussen, Alan Hammock, Jason Elliott, and a list of many who had participated. So anyway, so tonight we're going to be playing a game called Cube of Death, and this is a prototype, and I'll see if I can put the little symbol up here on the screen without it getting cut off by the virtual background. Cube of Death is an interesting game. It's been around, I want to say, for at least 15 years in many ways, shapes, or form. In fact, this is the game that I run at my Christmas party every year, where we all get into groups, and my spouse and I run out and we buy tons of presents, and it's basically our mechanism to give everybody presents for the holiday. But we actually play the game, and then we give special prizes for those who win and everything. So I'm very familiar with the game. This is probably its like fourth or fifth iteration. Pete Bryant, who is the one who had created the game. Also, just shout out to Pete, because he's also the person that hosts my Alternative Play podcast and many other things. So thank you, Pete. So hopefully we do the game honor. So Cube of Death is a trivia game, and it's a trivia game where you can play it as a simple bar version, where you basically challenge each other to trivia. You add up points until the most points win. Traditionally, it was played in groups where you would have a tally of points, and every time someone answered something wrong, you could attack other groups, take away their points until they were out of the game. In this iteration, which is called Quest Mode, our characters will be going through a dungeon. I will be explaining, and not that sort of dungeon, come see our adult stream for that. So they'll be going through a dungeon, and everyone will get a chance to go to each room. In order to leave the room, or to defeat the trap, or to defeat the monster, they're going to have to answer a trivia question. They get it correct, depending on what question is thrown at them. They can gain a treasure, they can leave the room, and other sort of things. If they fail the question or can't answer it, they're going to take damage, which is going to lower their health point total until they're out of the game. So again, those of you who are watching, we definitely get onto chat. You can help with the questions and everything if you'd like to. Don't give them away to to our guests, though, because that's kind of a little unfair. But and if someone's taken out, they will be able to partner up with someone who is still alive until there's a few people standing. All right, so I am actually going to start in reverse order, and I'm going to go to Gandalfina first, and then Syringa, and then I will come up to Samiko, and then I will go to Liz. All right, so as we enter the dungeon, Gandalfina. So the first room you enter is a temple. And as you search this unholy temple, you trigger an unholy ruin. So you can answer a basic question, and this will save you to resist the evil spell and get out of the temple. Or if you answer an advanced question, you can defeat the evil spell and search the room, possibly even getting a treasure, as it were. So would you like to go for the advanced question, or would you like to start with a basic?
As most of my dominants will tell you, I'm a greedy ass bitch. So I'm going to go for the advanced.
All right. All right. So there are 3 categories you can choose from in advanced. The categories are Star Trek, toys, or Generation X cartoons.
Ooh, that's a one. Well, I've been watching a lot of another stream, which is a Star Trek stream, Clear Skies and Blood of the Void. So we'll go for that.
All right. So your question, advanced question of Star Trek, is what is the Klingon version of coffee?
Raktachino.
Raktachino is absolutely correct. So you do not take any damage as that goes, and in that temple you manage to find the Circlet of Smite, and so basically it allows you to do one of two things. And I'll hold a card to the side if you want to note down what it does. That would be awesome too. So in a player versus player situation, if anyone damaged you, basically they take damage as well. If you want to use it in a regular question, like this is quest mode, basically you can basically defeat an encounter by sharing damage. So let's just say you fail the question, you take damage, you're still not trapped in the room. You can move forward. But I'm going to put the card to the side, and in case we need to reference it at another point. But awesome. So you can you get out of the evil temple, you defeat the magic spell, and you walk out with a really cool circlet.
I think the circlet probably looks like my cat ears that I'm wearing.
Awesome. Yeah, maybe it was the an evil well, not really an evil cat god. Cats can't be evil. I love cats.
Every cat is evil. That's the best trait.
All right. Syringa, as you enter the dungeon, you enter a tomb. And as you enter this tomb, one of its inhabitants rises from its internal rest as a half-rotted skeleton arises from the muck. So you can answer.
Do they have top energy or bottom energy?
We'll let you decide that. We will go with either a basic question to fight off the warrior and escape down the tunnel, or you can go advanced to defeat the warrior and loot the tomb for possibly some treasure.
I'm gonna chat up the warrior. I mean, fight the warrior with an advanced question.
And okay, another advanced question.
He is made of bone.
Your
Your
questions are in the categories of other science, Firefly, or Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, please.
All right. How are Ford Prefect and Zaphod Beeblebrox related?
Oh. Ooh, I'm going to have to be specific, huh?
Yep.
They're like third cousins or something? I think they're like multiple kinds of cousin. Like, I'm going to say that they are both second and third cousins.
Okay, unfortunately that is incorrect. And they are actually semi-half cousins.
God damn it.
All right. Unfortunately, the skeleton reaches out and pops you.
Just as planned.
But luckily, the skeleton only hits you for 2 points, so you are down now to 23.
Harder, Bone Daddy.
All right. Now we're going to come up to Samiko. Samiko, you enter the dungeon. And you
that makes sense.
You find yourself in a wizard lab. And as you enter the room, you're a wizard as well, so how's that? You actually see another wizard hunched over a bench, ready to cast a spell, probably at you. He doesn't look like a nice wizard. So you can go with a basic question to avoid damage and get out of there, or go with the advanced and kill the wizard and loot him for magic treasure.
Gee. Terrible. And that card that I have, what's that for?
So your classes do a couple of things, and that's a good thing. So everyone has a class, and everyone has a class ability. So if I look at the wizard has... where's the wizard card? I know I have a wizard card.
I have Reflect, and scry.
Okay, so each of those, let me see if I can drop that card really quick. I thought I had all the classes in my hand, but possibly not.
Reflect. The damage from any attack will be turned on the opponent. So would that mean the wizard here, or someone else?
Yes, so
attacking?
yes, that would be the
Okay.
ability. Now, each of these abilities can only be used once. So that's...
Okay, they can only be used once.
Yep. So,
And when can you use them? Can you use them after or before you answer the question?
so for example, one that would basically reflect damage back would probably be done if you fail, because you don't want to don't want to
Okay.
use it up before you actually need to use it.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and try the advanced question because it's a wizard and, the stakes are pretty high.
All
Yeah.
right. That's awesome. Wizard versus wizard battle. All right. So your categories are classic science fiction, Robotech, or the pulp era. And the pulp era is basically ranges like a lot of the dime novels and things that were, or serials that were done in the 40s and the 30s.
Classic science fiction.
All right. So, on the TV series Buck Rogers, what is the name of the computer brain carried around by Tweaky the robot?
Oh, God. I don't know. Too bad my dad isn't here. I should call him up from the dead. He would know it. I don't know.
Okay, the answer is actually Dr. Theopolis. So
Oh, God.
Tweaky was a little robot that walked around going beady, 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 but he wore this
Yeah.
disc thing around his neck that had a face that was like a super intelligent doctor. So unfortunately the wizard gets you. I mean, if you want to use your special ability now or save it, it's up to you, but I will.
I'm going to save it because I'm not dying right now.
And that is going to be 3 points of damage. So you are now down to 22, which isn't bad. All right, so let's put this aside. Now we get to Liz. Warrior Liz. You find yourself in a display room. There are large statues as you enter this room, and as you kind of look around at their various beauty, they start moving and go to attack you.
Fun.
You can answer a basic question to run out and escape the statues, or you can go advance to destroy the statues and search for treasure.
Yeah, I'm kind of a scaredy cat warrior, so let's go with basic.
You're kind of like Cringer before he becomes Battle Cat. All right. So your categories are modern video games, Marvel's Cinematic Universe, Princess Bride, or Greek mythology.
I'll go with Marvel.
All right. The Marvel question is, what is the Black Panther's real name?
He's the king. That's about all I got.
All
King's
right.
I saw the movie. It's a great movie. Loved it.
All right. Well, unfortunately, that is not going to get you out of the hands of the giant statues. The answer is T'Challa,
See, I knew that.
the
Okay.
king of Wakanda.
Well, I've been sort of there.
All right. And for that, you end up taking 4 points of damage.
Ouch.
And we're going to return back to Gandalfina, who now finds themselves in the Great Hall. And as you enter this large hall, you hear goblins. You can hear their war song as they're kind of chanting and beating their drums, heading in your direction. So you can answer a basic to hide behind one of the statues in the room and let them pass, or you can answer in advance to kill them and take their stuff in the true form of dungeoneering.
and assassination. So let's bathe in some blood, shall we?
All right. An advanced question, I take it, right?
Oh yes, I
Okay.
want to use goblin blood for makeup.
All
Never
right.
use that combination of red and green.
All right. So your categories are technology, Game of Thrones, or Star Wars.
I have read more Game of Thrones than Star Wars, I think. So I will travel off to Westeros.
Okay.
The
The,
place.
the questions are name 2 of Daenerys Targaryen's dragons.
Drogon is
Mm-hmm.
one, named after her husband.
That is not a. No, it's never.
No. She didn't have a brown one, y'all. She didn't have a brown one. And Drogon is the black one. So I think she named one after her brother, which would make it Viserion.
Final answer?
Fuck. I love the card game too, and they're one of my favorite cards. Yeah, I'll go with Viserion.
Okay, actually, yes. So it's Dragon, Viserion, or Rhaegal. So, yes, you got it correct.
Go you.
I playing Targaryens in the living card game of Game of Thrones, and I love bringing out the dragons.
I actually knew that answer.
So you as you slaughter the last goblin, you hear a lot of gold coins fall to the ground. You now have 20 gold, and you can cash in this gold in the grand melee, which is the one we'll eventually get to, where you're all battling each other, to restore 2 life points if needed. All right, now put that up there, and now we're back to Syringa. All right. You find your way into a hall. And as you're coming down this hall, you run across a giant rat eating the remains of a dead warrior. And it sticks its little nose up at you, and its whiskers flare up, and those buck teeth just kind of shine. And you can do a basic to kind of back away from it and hope it doesn't spot you. Or you can kill it and loot the body it's feeding on. Such pleasant thoughts.
I'm gonna try a basic. I'm a little germophobic these days, honestly. So
Okay. So your categories are Robotech, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Monty Python, or role-playing games.
I'm gonna keep going with Hitchhikers.
Okay.
I have to regain my honor there.
All right.
You have honor?
The question is, who hitchhikes off Earth with Ford Prefect?
Arthur Dent.
That is absolutely correct.
When are you gonna start the question?
All right. So you actually receive 60 gold off of the body.
Oh.
And similar to what Gandalfina's assassin managed to
I
get.
thought I ran away though.
Well, oh, that's right. You didn't do an advance. Never mind.
That answer was not worth any amount of gold.
All right,
Okay,
and
that's
we're
up
back
on it
up to
there.
Simiko. So you managed to make yourself into a storage area. And there's a lot of great stuff around. You're in a dungeon. It's time to like see what's left behind, try to find some treasure. But one of the chests starts to smile and has sharp teeth and eyes form on the top of its head. So we can go with a basic question just to fight off the monster and get out of there, or an advance to kill the monster and possibly search for a secret door or a treasure.
Let's go basic. Yeah.
All right. And your categories are Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Biology, Generation X cartoons, and again, classic science fiction.
Generation X cartoons.
All right. The question is, what does Prince Adam shout to turn into He-Man?
For the honor of Grayskull.
Oh, Close. What do you think, people? Should we let this one go, or
I always vote in my mistress's favor.
all right? Liz, Syringa.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it is right in the right zone.
All right, and Liz.
You did.
There we go. I said, in the spirit of having fun, sure, why not?
All right. So no, it was very close, and that's the only reason I wanted to get a little poll going. So yes, that it's actually by the power of Grayskull, but by the honor of Grayskull works as well for me. So awesome sauce. You managed to get yourself out of the room and away from the animated chest, but unfortunately did not gain any of its cool treasures. So good job. Now we go back to Liz.
A warrior who's just trying to survive.
So after you run away scared into a kitchen, I mean, as you march your way into the kitchen, the smell of food cooking is offset by the stench of an ogre who is sitting in the kitchen as well. So you can answer a basic question to kind of sneak on past the ogre, or take an advanced one to kill the ogre and take his stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's go advanced. Why not?
Ooh, all
I'm
right.
gonna be terrible at it anyway, so I might as well crash and burn.
All right. So the categories are Alien, which covers anything from the movie franchise. Modern Fantasy, which it can cover movies and things like that, rough in the fantasy genre. And Dungeons and Dragons.
I guess Dungeons and Dragons.
All right. In 5th edition, what hit die is the Warlock?
The D12.
Wow, I'm sure most Warlocks wish they were a D12.
Oh,
Unfortunately, it is a D8.
Well,
But you tried, and that's
I did.
important. So the ogre turns around and grabs his frying pan filled with bacon and slams you in the head with it
oof.
awesome.
for 4 points.
Ouch.
So how many hit points are you at?
I'm at 17.
Wow.
Yep.
So our
Oh, are we
warriors...
doing the bookkeeping? I was not doing bookkeeping.
Yeah, so if you've taken damage, please
Hold on.
subtract the points.
I know
Yes.
whose team I want to be on later.
Yeah, that's the warrior's
believe I could-
tactic. Just basically trying
I'm
to...
imagining Liz's character as like Malcolm Reynolds, He gets beat on in every fight, almost dies in every episode, and yet somehow still wins.
All right.
Also applicable to, say, Conan.
Conan O'Brien?
Him too.
Those are great novels
Conan the
back in the
Librarian.
40s. All right. So, Gandalfina, you managed to make your way into the library. This dungeon's pretty big. So as you
Love
enter the library, you find a horrible beast. I can't even read anymore. Eating the brain of a hapless victim.
That's my job.
So you can use a basic to make a will check to resist the minor erasure and run, or slaughter it and search for its treasure with an advanced.
I mean, as a bimbification fetishist, can I just like auto fail and get my mind erased? Because that sounds hot. I'll go for an advanced.
All right, here we go. Your categories are Doctor Who, Blade Runner, and Fantasy.
Fantasy's so broad, though.
It is.
I'm scared of the breadth of fantasy, so I'll go Doctor Who and hope they don't ask about anything from the first series.
All right. So the question is, what actor played the War Doctor in the Doctor Who TV series?
I have no idea. So I'm going to get my mind erased and say Neil Gaiman.
It was actually John Hurt. All right. So
I think
you
Neil
will.
Gaiman is canon now.
Ooh, the monster gets you for 5 points.
Ouch! That's more than anyone.
All right. We are now moving on to Syringa. So let's put
Mhm.
this over here. And you find yourself in the Mystic Well. Your thirst is overpowering. The water looks so cool and clean. If you answer a basic question, you will be able to quench your thirst. If you answer an advanced question, you drink deeply and can heal 6 hit points.
Well, that's a deep subject. Well, I'm only missing 2 hit points, but I don't know how often you get to heal in this game, so I'm gonna go for the deep questions.
Okay, so you're going for an advanced?
Yes, I will stare into the abyss. Does the abyss stare back?
Well, the abyss stares back at you with fantasy, Dungeons and Dragons, or Celtic mythology.
Ooh, Celtic mythology.
All right, the question is, the Morrigan sometimes takes the form of what bird?
A raven.
Well, I will accept a raven. It's crow or raven. So
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah, so that is absolutely okay. So you managed to heal yourself those 2 back,
Awesome.
and you find a ring of luck.
Ooh.
So what the ring of luck does is in a player versus player combat, you can ignore all damage from an attack, or you can use it to escape any a trap that involves magic.
Okay,
And
so
these
in
are-
PvP, I can ignore an attack damage, and in quest mode or whatever, I
Yeah.
can.
You can escape a trap that involves magic.
Okay.
All right, so that is great. Now we're back to Sumiko, and you find yourself in the observatory.
Okay.
So there's a strange device that looks valuable, but as you inspect it, a magic rune lights up in the floor and activates itself. So basic question, to dodge the fiery explosion that's about to happen, or an advanced to resist magic and see what this artifact is.
Let's go basic.
All right. And the categories are Harry Potter, Stranger Things, Gravity Falls, or the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, the Marvel Cinematic Universe for sure.
All right. In Spider-Man Homecoming, what does Peter name his suit's AI?
God. Ugh, I'm so ashamed of myself. Ben. Yeah, that makes sense.
All
Makes
right.
sense.
Unfortunately, the answer is Karen.
Oh,
Yeah.
Always Karens. Like everything else.
That'd be weird
I
if
mean-
like Peter's AI just got really snippy and yelled at him all the time.
well,
It's a
he
good thing
needs
I
her
had this-
because she can speak to the manager.
I want to talk to Stark right now. All
And
right,
that was the easy question.
that is going to be 3 points of fire damage. All right.
Okay.
Ooh, our warrior ends up in the privies. I feel that it's almost oddly fitting, but okay. As you enter, the smell is putrid. You turn to leave, and the floor gives way.
Oh, great.
So you can make you could do a basic to jump back out, or an advanced to make a perception check to avoid falling through the floor and inspect the rest of the privy. Because you never know what you'll find in a privy.
Oh, yeah, totally. God,
Feedback.
let's just go with basic.
All right. You don't want to go exploring that privy?
Not particularly.
Your categories are fantasy, geek cinema, Evil Dead, or Speed Racer.
Fantasy.
All right. This species acts as the main antagonists in the 1982 fantasy movie The Dark Crystal.
Take my geek card now. I've never seen it. I know.
Wow.
I know.
All right, so I take it there's no answer that's going
Nope.
into this. All right. The Skeksis. Those
I was gonna say
weird looking
Ezekiel.
vulture things that we have. Yeah, so love that movie. Anyway, so yeah, you're getting to examine the privies from another angle, which is really exciting.
Awesome.
So hopefully you can find someone with a prestidigitation spell to clean your armor.
Awesome.
Your poor warrior. All right.
Liz, you have people in the chat rooting for you, by the way.
Oh,
and
good.
I think they might be getting that prestidigitation spell ready for you.
Awesome.
All right. So
It was all because of my cat, huh?
all right. So let's see here. We are back to Gandalfina. And you are in a hallway. And in that hallway, the floor has started to collapse and lava is starting to bubble up from underneath.
The floor is lava!
This one actually only has a basic, so there's no chance for an advance. So I will go ahead and ask you a basic question, which your categories are board games, Marvel Comics, classic science fiction, or Galaxy Quest.
Ooh, I've seen Galaxy Quest a bunch of times, but I think I'm going to go with Marvel Comics.
Okay. Question is, who was the first herald of Galactus to be encountered by the inhabitants of the planet Earth?
This better be the Silver Surfer, or my memory is betraying me.
It is absolutely the Silver Surfer.
Yes, I wish I remembered his actual name.
That's rad.
Yeah. Oh God, what's its first name? It's
Doran
something.
Rad.
Yeah.
His name is Doran Rad.
Oh my god, that took me to the moment! Well done, Syringa.
Thank you.
All right, Syringa, you are in a round chamber. And before you lies a pool of deadly ooze. 2 victims are already being dissolved in it. You can make a basic trivia to get past the ooze, or an advance to destroy the ooze and get the treasure from the victims.
You know, I feel like these adjectives like deadly are kind of kink shaming, and I don't appreciate it. But that said, I am going hip deep in ooze for all the treasures I can find.
All right.
Not your first time.
Your categories are Generation X cartoons, role-playing games, or horror.
Let's go Generation X cartoons.
All right. Question is, what Beavis and Butthead spin-off series starred one of their classmates?
Aria,
That is absolutely correct.
starring their classmate, Ethel.
I mean, I think you left out part of that question there, JC. I thought, didn't it end with, and was much better than?
And you actually end up finding a pair of shock gloves.
Ooh.
In player versus player, they inflict 3 points of damage. They cannot be reflected, reduced, or stopped. And in quest mode, they automatically defeat any encounter.
Okay, so they reflect 3 points of damage and cannot be stopped
Yep.
in PvP. And then in quest mode, they do what?
In quest mode, they can automatically defeat any encounter.
Nice. The treasure is no joke. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So we're back to Sumiko and old stairs. So as you head down the stairs, you see a scroll in a case on the wall, but the stairs begin to crumble. Basic question allows you to land safely. An advanced question allows you to avoid the fall and inspect the scroll case.
Advanced.
All right. The categories are Dungeons and Dragons, geek cinema, or the Tolkien verse.
Geek cinema.
All right. What city do Bill and Ted come from?
Oh, God. Los Demas.
I will actually go ahead and give you that one. It is San Dimas, but that is very close. And every time I think of the movie, I think of that jock when he's doing his school report, and he's basically rambling on, and then suddenly just goes San Dimas football, and everyone just stands up and cheers. So, no, I will accept Los Dimos. It's very California anyway to have a loss or an L or a something in there. So you managed to grab that scroll case, and it's basically usable in PvP combat, which we should have one coming up fairly soon. It gives you 30 seconds to scry information by any means possible. So that means when a question is thrown at you, you can use it to have 30 seconds to go on the web and find the answer, or ask someone you know, or however you can get that answer, you can do it.
Okay.
Which is very nice during PvP because everyone gets bloodthirsty. All right.
Yeah, I got 2 of those.
And we now go to our warrior.
Yeah, you're half dead warrior.
So you managed to make your way out of the. Oh, I didn't give you damage for the privy.
No, you
did I?
did not, but I wasn't going to say anything.
Ooh, well, I shouldn't have because that's 6 points.
Not my fault you forgot.
All right, so you make your way from the
You
privy.
really give me 6 points?
Well, yeah, that's what I rolled.
Oh, God, okay. I have 11. I'm almost dead. It's cool.
All right, so you managed to make your way from the privy to the bedroom, which it probably an ensuite, right? You know, just right next to each other. This is a large, lavish bedroom, and a swordsman who is sitting at his desk kind of smells you first, then hears you, and turns around to an attack. So you can do a basic question to kill him before he gets help. Or you can you can go in advance and kill him and search the room.
Let's go advance.
All
We're
right.
going to go all in. We're going to do it.
Rock on. Your categories are poker, horror,
Nope.
or classic science fiction.
I guess we're going to go with classic science fiction.
All right. This one actually is fairly easy.
Oh, don't say that.
What is
Okay.
your name? No, oh, just kidding. That's not science fiction.
Wait, an unwitting swallow.
All right. So the question is, what is the name of the main character in Escape from New York?
Oh my God, I have no idea. Steve.
Steve isn't even close. It is actually Bob, which I never knew he actually had a first name. Snake Plissken.
Yeah, how dare you? His first name is Snake.
Yeah, how is anyone going to get Bob?
Well, that didn't need to be answered. It basically Snake Plissken would have been sufficient. And you take 2 more points of damage from the
Okay.
swordsman. All right, Gandalfina.
Did we skip? No, we didn't skip Seringa, did we?
No,
Just-
we're still
okay.
going in order. All right, you find yourself in the courtyard. Beautiful outdoor courtyard in a dungeon for whatever reason. But there's an ogre picking flowers, and he doesn't quite like anyone else there while he's picking flowers.
Is that the same one that hit me over the head with a frying pan?
Probably. After he ate his meal, he's like, I'm going to go pick flowers. So,
Books, he's a florist? I mean, he's a catch.
Right? I love watching bears pick flowers and braid in their beards.
Aw, bears.
So
Battlestar Galactica. Okay.
basic, you can sneak around to avoid combat, or advance, kill the ogre and take his stuff.
As much as I enjoy Butch's picking flowers, I think I'm an ass in. So stabby, stabby, stab, stab.
All right. So your categories are modern video games, modern anime, or Mesopotamia mythology.
So I can say first off that Sumiko would totally get the answer if it was modern video games. But I've been worshiping Mesopotamian gods for like 15 years, so I better get that one right.
All right, here you go. Who was the wild man created by the gods to distract Gilgamesh from oppressing the citizens of Uruk?
When's the question gonna start? Enkidu, the wild man created by the Dingavane to distract Gilgamesh, was brought back into the city, civilized and brought back into the city by the prostitute Shamhat, whereupon he fucked Gilgamesh and they became the best of friends.
Wow. All right, well, you stabbed that ogre so many times, he has holes in him. All right.
I feel like no answer in this entire show is going to top that one.
That's an accurate reading, slightly controversial, but an accurate reading of the Epic of Gilgamesh.
All right, so we are now, you actually, off of the ogre's very sliced up corpse, you find the Circlet of Knowledge.
2 circlets.
So, yeah,
Dang.
you could put them on a stick and kind of do that twirly thing. In PvP, it gives you 15 seconds to scry information at any means possible. And in a quest mode, it allows you to look into the future and escape any trap. So we have a lot of people with basically get out of jail free cards. All right, and that now brings us to Syringa and the guard station. As you step through the door, you are jumped by 2 guards.
Oh my.
So a basic question, you can flee the battle and fight another day, or advanced, you can kill the guards and search the room.
Oh, I'm not fleeing this.
All right.
Let's
so
see what you got for me.
advanced?
Yes.
All right.
Well, I'm being jumped by 2 guards.
So the Tarantino verse, old school anime, or Greek mythology?
Oh. Some of these questions, I'm like, what counts as old school? What counts as new school? I don't know. I'm going to go with old school anime.
All right. What is the name of the gang run by Shotaro Kaneda in the film Akira?
That'd be the Capsule Gang.
That is absolutely correct. Wow. These questions, like, honestly, when I play this game, like, everyone's sitting there going, I don't know these questions, and it's like everyone's kind of flying through them. All right, so you, from the guards, you managed to find 40 gold, and in the Grand Melee, you can use it to restore 4 life points. And we are back to Sumiko. And it looks like here you find yourself in a hallway, and blocking this hallway is a gelatinous cube that seems to be cleaning up the dungeon as it's moving along, so you can see all the monsters and stuff that it's picked up in its gelatil form as it comes towards you.
That sounds pretty cool.
For basic, you can climb the wall and let it pass underneath you, or for advanced, destroy it and take what's inside.
Gee, let's go basic.
Okay. And the categories are geek cinema, horror, modern fantasy, or old school anime.
Horror.
All right. In the 1897 novel Dracula, Jonathan Harker is sent as a solicitor in order to aid the Count to move where?
To England, to London.
That is absolutely correct. All right, so you managed to bypass and you don't take any damage. Good job. All right, Liz. Sorry, I just had to say it's like Liz. All right, let's see. All right, so you
I
fell
got
into
2 more rounds in me.
you fell into the privy. You got hit in the head by ogre with a frying pan. You got stabbed with by a swordsman. Now you're as you're moving down the hallway, you round the corner and jets of flame shoot out from both sides of the wall. And this is a basic question only.
Thank God. Okay, hit me.
All
Let's do
right.
it.
No,
Your
don't.
cate- Your categories are Lego, Star Wars, DC Comics, or the Tolkien verse.
Oh God, like the books or the movies?
Of what?
Tolkien.
Tolkien. I'll be fair, and it's both. This question is both movies and books.
All right, so we'll try that one.
All right. So the question is, what did Bilbo want to win from Gollum in the chapter Riddles in the Dark?
The ring.
Yep, that is. I will accept that answer. That the ring, or to show him the way out.
Oh, okay. The way you shut.
You survived an encounter.
Oh my God!
I feel
finally.
like there's some sort of
God.
celebration.
We should have a celebration. Take a shot.
Great good traps. Come on.
All right. So Gandalfina, the Hall T. So a T intersection, and as you turn the corner, the floor gives way to a pit full of spikes. So basic check to leap out of danger, or a climb check to go into a pit to get a treasure from a victim. So advanced or basic?
I was gonna say I will answer a climb check question, please. Advanced.
All right. And your categories are Egyptian mythology, modern anime, or physics.
Egyptian mythology, hands the fuck down.
All right. This is probably an easy question for you. What bird is associated with the god Horus?
Oh, Haven is a hawk.
Actually, that is incorrect.
Really think falcon?
It was a falcon.
I swear he's a hawk. I think the question is wrong, but I will use my circlet of knowledge to escape the damage of the trap.
Okay, so that treasure goes away. If they are one use. Where's that circlet? Where are you, circlet? Shock gloves, ring of luck. Circlet. It's here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Circulated knowledge.
Luckily, I don't worship a whole lot of early Nitsaru, so they won't be too angry at me.
All right. And let's see. Boom, boom, boom. That was. All right.
Boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room.
Okay, so that goes here, and that goes here, and we're at Syringa.
Mhm.
And you find yourself in a hatchery. You enter a chamber with giant eggs and a giant centipede.
Egg.
So basic to sneak past the centipede, or advance to kill it and search for treasure.
All right. Well, let's see. I've got a lot of loot. Oh, wait, hold on. I got to write down the numbers of those 2 guards that jumped me. Yeah. Excuse me. I'm gonna loot the centipede. I've got a lot of treasure that I feel I'm pretty confident with now.
All right. So, all right. Let's go ahead to that advanced question. And we are going to go to your categories are Roman mythology, biology, or horror.
Oh. The overlap with Roman and Greek mythology is tricky. I feel like I might get led astray somehow. Let's try biology.
All right. Question is, in the brain, what is the delicate web of connective tissues that surrounds and supports the nerve cells?
Oh, wow. This feels like something that I've definitely learned in a class and definitely have forgotten. The membrane. I'm making that up because I don't know.
Nope, that is incorrect. It is the glia or the neuroglia.
Ah, would have never known that in a million years.
So, are you going to use a
In fact,
card,
I'm already forgetting it.
or are you going to take some damage?
I'm going to auto defeat an encounter with my shock glove.
Okay. So the shock gloves go away, and you are. All right. And we're back to Sumiko. And all right. So we are at an intersection, which this means it's player versus player. So what you're going to do is challenge another player in the group, another character or class, and you both are going to battle.
Oh wow. I think I'm gonna challenge Sir Ulred. Is that the right name? For
Yep.
reason. Yeah. All right.
So you both meet in an intersection and come face to face with each other. All right. So how this works is I am going to ask a question of so basically how this works is I'm going to ask a question of Liz, and this is going to be a two-part question, and it depends on actually I'm sorry, no, I'm going to ask my brain is scrambled here. I'm going to ask you a question. It's a two-parter. Depending if you answer the question correctly, Liz is going to take damage. If you answered incorrectly, you will take damage. And basically, there's two parts of this question. So if you answer them both correct, the warrior gets beat up twice.
Wow.
And the category is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All right. So the first part of the question is name the clan of ninjas the Turtles regularly battle. This is their arch nemesis in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Vanilla Ice.
All right. Nope. That
Oh,
is
sorry, that's not their arch nemesis.
Should have been. Should have been.
I like that answer.
All right. And so that, but you will get part two, although so the answer to that was the foot. And that will be 2 points of damage unless you have something, a magic item that you can use to reduce the damage or not take it. It's up to you.
I'll just take the damage.
All right. And then what we're going to do is part two of the question is what Marvel villain was this a direct parody of? So they actually made the foot were actually were a parody of a villain from the Marvel universe.
I thought it was a parody of the Hand Clan.
You got it, actually. Awesome. So you don't take. So I'm gonna. So Liz takes damage on this one.
Oh no.
Let's do it.
Ooh, 6 points.
All right, I have 3 points left, guys. 3 points.
Wow.
Love it.
I would be sad if it wasn't my mistress beating you up.
Yeah. I don't know. I probably will enjoy it.
But now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna flip that. And now I'm gonna go ahead and ask Liz a question. Because it is player versus player. So your category is modern cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the name of SpongeBob SquarePants co-worker Squidward?
Wait, what is the what?
What is the last name of SpongeBob SquarePants co-worker Squidward?
SpongeBob is a little too young for me.
So that's it. I don't know.
That is an I don't know.
That is Tentacles. His name is Squidward Tentacles.
Oh my god.
Sexy.
Okay.
You will
Oh,
take 1 point of damage. And part 2, here it comes.
okay.
How many tentacles does Squidward have?
Six.
6 is actually correct.
Yes.
All right, so actually, Sumiko, you will take damage on this one.
I am a switch, so it works.
All right, and you will take 3 points of damage on that one, unless you have a magic item that prevents it.
I'll go ahead and take the damage on that one. So I start out with how much?
On the card, I believe it's 25.
25, okay.
All right, but I think everyone's still up at this point. I'm not even going to ask Syringa and Gandalfina if they're...
Fun fact, Nickelodeon recently put out an announcement that SpongeBob is gay.
I saw that, but didn't the creator
Yeah.
say something about he was actually like NB or something?
Oh, that's awesome. I did not hear that.
Yeah, because there was...
It said that he's asexual.
Yeah, asexual, that's it. Right, he was
Which
asexual.
some people find that a contradiction. I don't find it a contradiction to be asexual and gay in the slightest. So,
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah.
I have lots of ace homoromantic friends.
right? People are going ace erasure over the gay announcement, and I'm like,
All right, well, it looks like we have another player versus player, Liz.
Oh my god. Okay.
Around the hall bend, you come face to face with a deadly opponent. And who is that deadly opponent?
It would be Gandalfina.
All right. So
You and me,
I'm
baby.
going to first ask you a expert question. And well, it works the same way, and then they get to retaliate.
This is where I die, guys.
The
This is
category
where I die.
is Dune. Frank
Okay.
Herbert's Dune.
Yep, we're dead.
I
Hey,
can see the future.
you might be able to get this. You
No.
never know.
I won't.
Give it a try.
All right.
All right. The question is, what Fremen name does Paul? I can never pronounce this name.
Atreides.
Atreides.
take?
I have no idea.
All right. It's not. I don't have an idea. It's Moadib.
All right. Great.
And does 4 points kill you?
Oh yeah. Yep.
oh no!
All
I'm
right.
dead.
So the warrior has fallen. And we'll take away our warrior card. All right. So I won't bother
Hey,
asking
A,
you
a
the...
warrior is still a warrior in death. I say bury
Yeah.
them with that warrior card.
Yeah, man. I got my axe with me.
Right?
All right.
Bury me. Let me
Go
go to
warrior.
Valhalla.
So actually, that kind of then just means that Gandalfina, you do not have to respond in kind because your opponent is DED.
Oh man.
You don't have to beat a dead Liz.
No.
Aw. That'll be fun though. I'll come haunt you.
And we are back to the hall bend with Gandalfina. And as you travel, so after you defeated the warrior who was covered in feces and had a flat head from a frying pan and all kinds of fun stuff, you travel down another hallway, and as you round it, a troll comes into view. So you can either rush the troll and run past it, or kill the troll and loot the body.
I have spent too much time on the internet to not kill every troll I ever find.
Gotcha. Then your troll killing categories are physics, Discworld, or comic books.
I'm going to go with comic books.
All right. So the question is, this punk rock icon started Verotic Comics.
I don't know this, so I have to guess. Joey Ramone?
Nope. The answer is Glenn Danzig.
Oh, Danzig. It's always fucking Danzig.
All right. So, do you have anything to ward off this damage, or are you taking damage?
I think I will. That's only for traps. I think I will use my Circlet of Smite and
Alright.
share damage to defeat an encounter.
All right.
Exactly.
So basically, you defeat the encounter. So, you don't take any damage. Go ahead and lose the magic item.
So what it says share damage to defeat encounter? That's the part that's confusing me. What is sharing damage?
That's a good question. Just for the sake of things, we will just take it as a just get not take the damage.
Okay.
So that's definitely something to get a confirmation on. I was just trying to look at the rules really quick, and it wasn't there. So, all right. So you are out of harm's way. Syringa.
Yes.
You find yourself in the artifact room.
Is that
An orb floats about a glowing rune within a large stone claw. So a basic will allow you to save versus a telekinetic bolt to escape the room, or advance will have you defeat the orb and claim it as your own.
Oh, let's go defeat some orbs.
All right. Your categories are astronomy, board games, or modern anime.
Astronomy, board games, modern anime. Let's go with modern anime.
All right. Name any of the walls surrounding the city in the series Attack on Titan.
Let's see. The only wall whose name I know is the wall that was called the creator of Attack on Titan designed the entire story as crypto-fascist propaganda. I think that was right.
I love you so much.
Yeah, nope. Unfortunately, that is incorrect. The answers are either Wall Maria, Wall Rose, or Wall Cena.
It can be correct and still not be the answer to the question. I want to say.
I'm fine. I'll take damage from an orb.
All right. That is going to be 3 points.
All right. Got some damage back. I was feeling left out.
All right. We are now finding Sumiko in the treasure room. And again, lots of treasure everywhere. And as your wizard is looking through to see and to find anything that's useful, you accidentally step on a pressure plate. So, basic will allow you to jump out of the way and avoid the acid spray, or advance to detect traps and deactivate the trap, and possibly even take some treasure with you.
Basic.
All right. All right, your categories are Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Toys, The Pulp Era, or Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
All right, what is the second book in the Game of Thrones series?
Scry.
Well, that actually, I think, can that be done?
I can't do that.
Yeah.
So if I can't do that, then I'm gonna just have to guess. And gosh, stupid, because the series is Ice and Fire, and I don't know the name of the second book.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, it's a
Yeah.
Clash of Kings, and yeah, it actually is the
Yeah,
the
it's
title.
the books.
is wrong.
It's not actually Game of Thrones, but
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
All right. So I'll tell you what. It's a bad question. We'll do another card. Give you another chance here. So we'll go back to categories being RPGs, old school anime, horror, or Stargate.
Horror.
All right. Name one celebrity shot during the sniper game in 2004's Dawn of the Dead movie. There was a scene at the top where they're shooting into the crowd and they were naming celebrities.
Oh, shit. Gee, Michael Jackson.
And that was either Jay Leno or Burt Reynolds.
Okay.
All right. So, that will take 4 points, unless you have a magic item.
Reflect.
Oh, okay. And that reflects the damage, so that magic item goes away, and you take no damage. And we now... Oh, so Liz, who did you want to team up with?
I don't know. I think it'd be pretty useless to anybody. I don't know. Gandalfina.
You are haunting me. You are, you are, you are.
Yep. You love it.
All
I
right.
did.
So, actually, we are now in the Grand Melee.
Oh,
So this is in the tower sub-level, you all managed to meet up for a round-robin free-for-all. So I know some of you have magic items that have PvP abilities, so this is a good one to use it in.
So
Alright.
how does it work?
So what I'm going to do is, so it was you, Gandalfina, I believe, who I drew that card for, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's going to go round robin, and I'm going to ask you an expert question, and if you fail the question or either part of it, it's going to do damage to someone else, and at that point you can choose who it does damage to.
If I get it right or wrong.
If you get it basically if you get it right, yeah, then you can do damage to someone else. And it's a 2-part question, so there's a chance of doing damage twice. You can split it up, you can put it on one person, and then I go to the next person and we do the same thing, and then the next person, and then it is done. So since you drew the card, I am going to give you the first expert question, and this category is old school cartoons.
Steamboat Willie.
Oh my god. Are you psychic? The question was, what 1928 cartoon did Mickey and Minnie Mouse first appear?
Was
And
it
the answer
really?
is Steamboat Willie. How did you even do
Wow.
that? Can you see through this? This is-
I was just like, that's the oldest school cartoon.
All right, so who are you doing damage to?
I am going to take Mickey Mouse's dead, desiccating, anaerobically rotting, disgusting corpse because he has destroyed copyright law, and shove it down Syringa Vulgaris's throat.
oh, I will eat that and shit it out.
All right, so Syringa, that is actually going to be 6 points. So do you...
How many points was that? Oh, yeah, excuse me, 6. Got it.
Okay, and remember, I think you actually have one of the cards that can reduce damage too, I believe.
I do.
Okay.
Actually, 6 is a lot, huh? No, but I definitely want to shit out Mickey Mouse's desiccated corpse.
Okay,
So.
gotcha. So here's part 2 of the question, Gandalfina. Who is the antagonist in the cartoon?
Oh, that one's brutal.
What? You don't have that answer at the top of your head?
John Rockefeller.
Nope, it's Captain Pete.
I think I did know that actually in the dark and dusty recesses of my bimbonic brain.
All right, and actually this die is rolling hot, so that's 6 points of damage.
Ow! I'm going to spend my 20 gold pieces to get 2 life, so
Okay.
I'm only 4.
All right, Syringa, it's your turn, and your category is Star Wars.
Uh-huh.
Before Syringa answers any questions,
Uh-huh.
backstab.
What?
Love you!
And tell us what the backstab does.
The hero delivers 3 points of damage to the PC who might be threatening their mistress, which cannot be countered. This is a separate attack.
All right, so
Jesus.
yeah, so You're going Star Wars, and suddenly you feel a sharp pain in your back.
I mean, I do feel that about Star Wars sometimes, but damn. You
All
just force fed me. Don't you have pop drops?
All right, so that is
So -3, and then I still do my question?
Yep, you still get your question.
Okay.
First question is, what is the name of the Dug that Anakin competes against in the Phantom Menace?
Sebulba!
That is correct. So who do you want to
Please
do?
don't let the only question I answer about Star Wars tonight be the Phantom Menace.
All right, and who do you want to do damage to?
Oh, I get to do that. It's right back at Gandalfina. Oh my god.
Bring it on, baby.
That is 5 points.
Oh, it hurts so good.
All right, here's part 2 of the question. What is the name of the pod race they compete in?
You mean it's not just called the pod race? Hold on. The Grand Hut Circuit. I don't know.
That is incorrect. It is the Bunta Eve Classic.
Wow. I think the message.
And that is going to be 3 points of damage.
I think the message in this is that the Phantom Menace hurts everyone.
All right, and Sumiko, here is yours, and the category is biology.
Oh, great.
But you also have an item that will allow you to scry.
I have two of them.
Yep. Oh.
I have 2 of those.
All right. So feel free to use one of those when you want to. And so the question is, what are often referred to as the cell's power plant? So, or the power plant of a cell.
The nucleus?
Okay. Did you want to use an ability, or is that your final answer?
You know what? I'll go ahead with scry.
Okay. So we count 30 seconds off. So go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, this isn't going to work.
You have a submissive right here on the call, Papa.
Yeah, you can by any means possible. So you can even ask Gandalfina.
Or me, I know it.
Or Liz. Yeah, Liz knows it.
I know it.
Yeah, okay, fine. If you know it, then that'll work.
All right, Liz, what is
So, yeah.
Mitochondria.
That is absolutely correct. All right, Sumiko, who do you want to do damage to?
Gosh. Gandalfina.
All right,
You wanna be just like
Gandalfina.
You hurt me, Papa.
That is going to be 3 points.
Okay.
All right, and now here's part 2 of the question. So you used up one of your scries. You have one left if you want to use it. The question is, from which parent do we get our mitochondrial DNA from?
Mother.
That is absolutely correct.
Yep.
And are you going to continue to damage Gandalfina, or are you going to give Syringa a little smack?
Syringa.
All
Give
right.
Syringa a little ring.
Yeah.
And Syringa, that is going to be 4 points of damage.
I think I will deflect that with my Ring of Luck.
Okay, so Ring of Luck goes away now, and that's it. And we've finished our grand melee. Awesome. So I'm just curious, before we continue the rounds again, what's everyone's hit or life point total?
0.
Gandalfina?
I have 10. Oh, I could have used gold to raise it up, huh? Yeah.
Well, there's other PvPs. Gandalfina,
Sure,
what'd you
sure.
say?
I hadn't spoken at all.
Oh,
But I have 8 hit points and no items and only 1 class ability left.
all right. And Sumiko, what do you have?
I have 15 hit points left and 1 item.
Wow. All right. So it's still anyone's game. And Gandalfina.
Except for mine.
I have a question.
Uh-huh. Oh, wait, you started the Grand Melee, right? Yeah, so it's Syringa, actually. But,
Oh yeah, it would be me. I have a question though before we go on.
uh-huh.
Well, two related questions. One, are there more Grand Melees in the game?
There is one more.
Okay. And two, my ability, my PvP ability is Grand Melee related,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't quite understand how it works. It is Charm Person.
Uh-huh.
The hero charms their opponents in the Grand Melee, pass the turn to the next player. It doesn't sound like it does anything for me. It sounds like it just skips my turn.
It does, but, well, yes, well, I get it does skip your turn, but it also just kind of allows you to not do damage to yourself, too, I guess. So that is one
I
advantage.
guess, but it charms my opponents, but they still attack me. So, like, I don't know. It was weird.
Okay.
I guess that's game design feedback.
All right.
Yeah, I think a charm person effect would be like you decide who gets the damage after one of the other people gets an answer right.
Ooh, I like that. Or
Oh.
even if you negated somebody's damage to you or something, but yeah.
All right. So we have we have another player versus player, Syringa.
Oh my.
So it's not a Grand Melee. So first of all, go ahead and choose who you want to beat up on.
Okay. I feel like I've got a pretty good dynamic going with Gandalfina at the moment, so
All right. So here is your category is role playing games.
is this where I can spend gold to get life points?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna spend 4 gold. I'll get my life points up
All right.
to minus 11. I have to do math. Anyway, yeah, I got life points.
Okay.
So role playing games, hit me.
And so that magic item goes away, and so role playing games. So your first part of the question is, what was the first company to gain a license for the role playing game set in the Star Wars universe?
Oh, that was West End Games.
That is absolutely correct. So Gandalfina.
Roll D6.
and
Roll a d6. Roll a d6.
3 points of damage.
Oh! Oh!
And here's part 2.
Syringa knows how to wield that flogger.
All right. The question is, it used the D6 system, which was originally developed for what other West End game?
Ooh. I don't know any other West End games. I was just into Star Wars. I have no idea.
All right.
Wait.
So,
Earth, the little known Earth Peace game.
nope.
I mean,
Actually,
can I swoop in and try to steal the question?
does anyone have the ability to steal?
No.
Oh, okay. The best way to answer that, to give you the answer to that question, is who you gonna call?
Oh, they did the Ghostbusters RPG. Oh my god.
And with that, you take 2 points of damage.
I deserve it for not knowing about the Ghostbusters RPG.
And now we go over to Gandalfina, who is challenged. All right.
Give me that whip.
The category is the Tarantino verse.
Oh, shit. Do not ask me what his favorite word is, because I do not get to use that word.
Right?
Okay.
But remember, I'm your partner technically.
That's true.
All right. So, question is, Butch Coolidge has a cute French girlfriend named Fabienne. What did she forget to pack?
Okay, what was it, Liz? Was it her hairbrush? No, it was his watch, right?
That is correct. All right. So, Syringa, that is 3 points of damage.
Ooh,
And
Tarantino.
Part 2 of the question is, where did Captain Coons hide the watch? This was Butch's father.
He hid it in everybody's favoriteest hiding place. Up his ass.
That is correct. All right. And 4
lot of
points
things there.
for Syringa.
4 points?
Yep.
Okay.
3 and 4,
I
so
am
7.
at 5 points left now.
We both have 5 points
Escalated
left.
quickly.
We both are at 5 points. Mistress has 3 times as many hit points as we do.
Wow.
And we are actually at Samiko. So you're in an intersection at this point while everyone is killing everyone else. And
Yeah, I know. Very thoughtful of them to wipe each other out like that.
it's
Yeah.
winning by attrition. It's actually kind of cool.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so after crossing the intersection, the roof collapses. This is just a basic question. To basically avoid the the cave-in. Your categories are history, Marvel Comics, Robotech, or geek cinema.
Marvel Comics.
All right. Question is, what does Black Widow call her pair of wrist-mounted energy weapons?
Web slingers. I don't think that's right.
Unfortunately,
Can't be
no.
right.
But that is the answer. Is the Widow's Bite.
Oh, okay.
All right. Although I don't think in the movie she used though, or did she use those in the movies? I don't
I
remember.
think she does. I don't know if they actually call it by name though.
Yeah, in the comics though it was. And 5 points.
Hmm.
Okay.
That's
Still
like
have twice as many points as y'all. Okay.
And we are now going back to Gandalfina, who ends up in the jail.
I've been here before.
All right.
Is it regular jail or
Ghosts will
horny
get you
jail?
out.
What'd you say? What's Syringa?
Oh, I asked if it was regular jail or horny jail.
It is scary medieval dungeon jail.
Nice.
Didn't answer my question.
Oh. As you enter the prison, 2 guards are waiting for you.
Hey, how you
All
doing?
all right.
All right.
So
But
again,
those are the same 2 cards I encountered.
you can escape the
Right.
guards and lose them in the dungeon, or you can just go stabby to both of them.
Stabby, stabby, stab,
Stabby.
stab.
All right. All right. That is your categories are Dune, role-playing games, or Harry Potter.
Since I just started a Patreon for my role playing game work, I feel like I have to choose role playing games.
All right. So the question is, in the first edition of Cyberpunk, referred to as 2013, what was the name of the core rulebook that detailed combat?
Shit. Yeah, because Saturday was Cyber Generation System. So that would have been Friday Night Firefight.
That is absolutely correct. That's awesome. And actually, it's one of my. I actually have an unopened copy of it still in shrink wrap, and I
Ooh.
actually have my playable copy. Yeah, so it's a game that's near and dear to my heart.
Cyber Generation is one of my favorite games, and I love the critique of cyberpunk that Cyber Generation encapsulates. It's so good.
Yeah, and it's sad that it was one of the Cyberpunk franchise games that really didn't do as well as the others, but it had some really cool concepts, and you could play a goth. I mean, you had me at playing a goth.
It was
Yeah.
a really shitty interpretation of goth culture. It's the weakest bit of the entire book.
But it made me like the same thing when Vampire the Masquerade came out. I didn't care what it was. There could have been like pop-up puppy pictures in there. It was like Vampire, mine. All right. So after stabby and the guards, one of them had an adamantium shield.
Ooh.
Whoa.
So in PvP,
Wow.
you can use this to subtract 3 points of damage. Or in Quest, you can subtract 3 points of damage from an encounter, a trap, or a hazard. So it's basically worth 3 points either way when you have to use it.
3 points is more than half my hit points. So
All right. And Syringa, you are in a labyrinth. And while crawling around this labyrinth, trying to go in whatever direction gets you out, you actually run into a pack of zombies. And basically, the basic will allow you to have the endurance to run away from the zombies, or in advanced, you can kill the zombies and loot their victims.
Okay. So since there's looting involved, I'm guessing this counts as a treasure encounter.
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm realizing I have an ability that works on non-treasure encounters, and I don't know that I've encountered many of them.
There was a couple where I said, this is basically a basic, but I don't think
Okay.
you got any of those though.
Well, anyway, I'm just wanting to use my abilities. But in any case, I am going to... You know what? I'm gonna tippy toe and take a basic.
Okay. And let's see, we're now going to go to the categories of modern pulp, Pirates of the Caribbean, biology, or Generation X cartoons.
Oh, there's 4 categories with it. Oh, I will go with Generation X cartoons.
All right. The question is, Prince Adam's tiger is called Cringer. What is his alternative identity when Adam turns into He-Man?
That would be Battle Cat.
That is absolutely correct. All right, and that was a basic, so you don't particularly get the treasure, but you don't get hurt either. So that's always a
Just
plus.
like Cringer.
All right, so Sariko, we are back, and you find yourself in the mold chamber. That's always pleasing. The room is filled with glowing clouds of spores, and the floor is littered with bodies. So, a basic to get out and resist the poison of the spores, or an advance to power through and try to see what you can find on the way out.
Basic.
All right. Categories are comic books. So this is this is a very broad category, can go across. Old school tunes. So this can be anything from cartoons that were in the newspaper, on TV, so on and so forth. Horror or Monopoly.
Horror.
All right. What 1984 horror movie gave Johnny Depp his big break?
Oh my God, that would be Nightmare on Elm Street.
That is absolutely correct.
Yeah.
All right. So you
You're
managed
so
to...
cute, sir.
Thank you.
And we get that to Gandalfina and the Nest.
Ooh.
You enter the dark room, and as you wing your torch around, you see 2 giant spiders. So you can do a basic to make an agility check and get out of the room or out of the way of the spiders, or an advance and destroy the spiders and search their lair.
I've always wondered what roast shalob tastes like.
So advanced?
Yes.
Okay. Categories are the Tolkienverse, poker,
No preference.
poker or science.
I'll go with Tolkien.
Okay.
It'd be hilarious if the answer was shalob.
So here it is. Name the Hobbit members of the Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah, I'm just double checking the number in my head. It is 4. So it's Meriadoc, Pippin, Samwise Gamgee, and Frodo Baggins.
That is absolutely correct. And inside the spider's lair, you find a vampiric dagger.
Whew.
That I steal and run away with.
In
Your 10 just goes right through it.
in PvP, it heals. You heal whenever damage is delivered to an opponent. So if you do damage to somebody, you actually get that back in healing.
Damn.
That's in PvP.
Damn.
In Quest, you can heal 3 points of damage upon defeating a creature.
Because Gandalfina really needs more incentive to deal damage.
All right, Syringa, you find yourself in the ritual chamber.
Oh.
And so this chamber has a freshly slain victim. An evil presence begins to overcome you. So a basic will allow you to escape the evil spirit. An advance will allow you to defeat the evil spirit and search the body.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm kind of angling for being the next victim. But hey, let's go for an advanced question.
All right. Your categories are Star Wars, science, or DC Comics.
You blinded me with science.
My DC is not quite up on par with my Marvel. Let's go with Star Wars.
All right. The question is, in The Empire Strikes Back, we see 6 bounty hunters on the bridge of the Executor.
Yes.
Name 4 of them.
Forlom, Zuckuss, Dengar, and Boba Fett.
That is actually correct. The only ones you didn't mention is IG-88 or Bosk.
I don't know how I spaced IG-88, but yeah.
All right, so that is correct. And you find the Ghost Blade. In PvP, it inflicts 3 points of damage and cannot be reflected, reduced, or stopped.
How many points?
3. And
Okay.
in quest mode, you can automatically defeat any encounter.
Nice.
All right. And we go into next, and we go into Sumiko with the stairway. So as you're heading down the stairs from your last encounter, you see an orc squad coming up the other way, and they look kind of perturbed. So basic, you can kick the first orc into the others and run away, or advanced, you can slay them and take their stuff.
Basic.
All right. Kicking an orc in the face. Always a good thing. Categories are modern cartoons, board games, Dungeons and Dragons, or geek cinema.
Geek cinema.
All right. What 1999 movie had Tyler Durden as a main protagonist?
God. Scary movie. You know, I have no idea.
All right, that is incorrect, and it's a movie that no one talks about. Fight Club.
Cute.
Oh yeah, that's
All right, so
why I didn't know it.
but you come in at 1 point of damage, so you're still up there. All
One?
right.
Come on.
And we go next. Oh,
My papa is blessed by the gods.
but this one might end the game. It is the next Grand Melee.
oh,
Okay.
And I'm just flying around and stabbing people.
All right. So, and this came with Gandalfina, I believe, starting.
again.
All right. So
All right,
your,
I got you.
your category is horror.
Sumiko is so much better at horror than I am.
All right. Here's your question. First question. What author invented the Necronomicon?
The horribly racist Howard Phillips Lovecraft.
All right. So, who are you damaging?
Is that even a question? Who are my choices?
All right, Sarika. It looks like.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Stab the lilac.
All right. That's 2 points.
2 points?
Yep.
Oh, that could be worse. So, what's our final ruling on Charm Person? Is it just a skip a turn?
I think you could probably use it that if they called you out, you can then basically be skipped, and it would go possibly to the next.
Like, what do you mean called me out?
All right, hold on. Let me read the exact.
Or like if they attacked me, or
All right. So what is the wording on the bard directly for that?
the hero charms their opponents in the grand melee. Pass the turn to the next player.
The hero.
Maybe it means that you can cause somebody else to lose their turn. Maybe.
Could be.
You mean you could your turn would be over and then it would go to the next person, which is
Yeah.
good.
So like Syringa could cause me to not have a role in the Grand Melee,
Gotcha.
is what I'm thinking.
All right, give me. I'm just curious. I want to see something here because this.
If it skips my turn, it seems really weird that the bard of all people has an ability to incentivize not answering questions. That's what I'll say about that.
All right, so let's see here. Just curious if we have any.
While you're doing that, I will just say that I really love Sumiko.
Yeah, I really love you too.
All right,
I'm
so
suggesting
let's. I wonder if let me see here. Okay, he's not. I was going to ask the creator of the game to see. So I'm going to say, well, we'll interpret this as best we can. So I like that one that was just mentioned, that it allows you to have someone else skip a turn. Does that make sense? Everyone agree?
Yeah, sure.
So do you want
Yeah.
to use that to take my turn away?
Yeah. So if that's the case, then
You know what? Since you're gunning for me so hard, I will take your turn away.
okay. So
So I don't
I guess
do the charge you
You
just did.
already answered one thing, but retroactively.
yeah. Yep. All right. So then it just goes to you, Syringa.
Yeah. So, but
Cool.
you get those points back.
Yes, I do. I sing real pretty, and you just can't bear to do it.
All right. So for you, the category is Greek mythology.
Okay. Let's
All right.
do it.
Question is, in Greek mythology, at the dawn of creation, who emerges from the void to become the earth?
At the dawn of creation, who emerges from the void to become the earth? I'm gonna say Gaia.
That is correct.
Excellent.
All right, who are you throwing damage at?
I have to hit Samika. The situation's kind of dire.
All right, that is going to be 2 points of damage, unless you have something that will bounce it.
I don't have anything that'll bounce it.
All right, so 2 points. And part 2, your question is, who is her Roman equivalent?
Her Roman equivalent. The Roman equivalent of Gaia. Oh, geez.
That's what I'm thinking of. It's tricky.
I'm just like, what are synonyms for Gaia? Like Terra, but that's not going to be it. That's weird. Roman stuff is weird. I have no idea.
Take a guess.
I feel like it should just be Gaia still, but
All right, you actually said the answer, so I'm going to give it to you. It is Terra.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I did not know that Terra was worshipped as a goddess. Go, okay, cool.
See,
right.
I was thinking it was going to be super tricky, and it was Gaia Gamma Alpha Iota Alpha GAIA versus Gaia GAEA.
All right, so who do you want to damage?
Samika again.
Why
All
are you
right.
being mean to Miki?
All right, two more
You know,
I just mean
It's
to
a
you
strategy.
a lot. Don't feel left out.
2 more points. But
Okay.
now it's Samiko's time to beat you up. So, all right. Although you got kind of a hard category on this one. Well, maybe it's not that hard. And you have another scry. So the category is Dungeons and Dragons.
yeah.
So
Easy for some, hard for others.
all right. So the first question is, in first edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, how much damage versus a small or medium opponent does a longsword do?
I'm going to go ahead and scry.
All right. Do you want to? I mean, you have. Is this another 30?
Yeah, it looks like it's +1 bonus to attack damage is made with this magic weapon. Is that the answer? I don't know.
Nope. You still have 25
And
seconds
does
to strike.
somebody else actually know this?
I
Gosh.
believe it's 1d8. It
Okay.
could be 1d6, but I believe it's 1d8.
You gonna go with that?
It says, yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
That is correct. All right. So who do you want to do damage to?
Oh gosh. I don't. I would. I mean. It seems like it would be really mean to do it to Gandalfina, but
Why?
but I actually think that Fae have fewer points and I have a better chance of knocking them out of the game. Although there are all these cards.
Ugh.
You have all those cards. Let's go ahead and go with Syringa.
Okie dokie.
Actually,
And that's 5 points
Yeah.
of damage.
Ooh,
5,
Yep.
brutal.
not 4, not 3, but 5.
Yep.
6 is right out.
Right. Well, I have 5 hit points, so now I have 0.
All right. And I believe
Welcome to the
you
club.
are now
Woo!
out of the game.
Hey, I have a ghost blade, and now I'm a ghost. Yay!
Hey!
All right. So let's see. Why is the bard dis? Let's see here. I need to see which card. Oh, there it is. Bard card. And boom. Is gone. All right. So, and anyone out of the game could definitely help other people. That is totally cool. But there's a part 2 to the question because this is an expert question. So,
yeah, of course there is.
So we know that longsword does a d8 versus small to medium opponents. How much damage does it do against a large opponent?
Ooh.
The same amount.
That is incorrect. So in AD&D,
Okay.
it was, it does a d12. So unfortunately, you will have some damage coming back at you.
I was so wrong about that one. I thought it was staged down a die type.
No, you're thinking of 3.5, which did
Yeah.
that weird larger creatures that took less damage.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's more points.
So a longsword wielded. Now I'm hung up on it. A longsword wielded by a medium opponent does more damage against a large opponent.
No, so basically, if you're an elf, right, and
Yeah.
you're attacking a halfling, a dwarf, an orc, or anything like a humanoid-sized creature, it's going to do a
Right.
d8 damage.
Right.
If you're attacking a giant, it's going to do a d12.
Right. So it does more damage when you attack the giant,
Yes.
even though it's like a toothpick to the giant.
Mm-hmm. And who ended
Dangerous.
up getting that? I think Gandalfini, you were the one who got the grand melee, right?
I am the bloodthirsty bitch.
All right, so then this is actually going to go back to Sumiko then. And so you escape the grand melee. There's only 2 people left in the dungeon, but you're going down a hallway. You make your way down, and a large block falls from the ceiling.
Whoa.
This only has a basic. There is no advance to it, so I will go ahead and ask the basic question. And your categories are old school sci-fi, modern sci-fi, Star Wars, or Star Trek.
Is this like me?
Yep, that
Because I'm
is you.
confused here. And did I lose any points last time?
You lost 2, I believe, in that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I wrote that down. So what are the categories again?
It's old school science fiction, modern science fiction, Star Wars, or Star Trek.
I'm gonna go with Star Trek.
Okay, this is an interesting question because so I'll preface it as that. So during the original series, how many times did Kirk say "Beam me up, Scotty"?
Oh.
You'll be surprised at the answer.
If you want help from a ghost, let me know.
Yeah, you can ask help from a ghost. I am good with ghost help.
Gandalfina has a ghost, so
Yep.
Gee, yeah. I'll be surprised by the answer. None?
That is absolutely correct.
yep.
He had never said "Beam me up, Scotty" in the entirety of the series. All right, that's awesome. All right, so we're back to Gandalfina. Ooh, where does Gandalf? Oh, we now have a player versus player, so this could end the game.
Ooh.
We have a hallway. All right, so you come face to face with a deadly opponent. So, Gandalfina, your categories are Harry Potter. Well, actually, R is Harry Potter. There's no R.
So the Hermione Granger series.
All right, your first question is, who is Tom Riddle better known as?
Voldemort.
All right, well, there's only one person you could do damage to.
Sadly, yes. And I will. Well, I'll let you roll first.
All right, 3 points.
Okay, so I only have 2 left. I have 3 points left, so that's 0 points.
All right, so it looks like
Whoa.
Gandalfina, you are the winner.
Congratulations.
Yay!
Totally thought Mickey was going
Congratulations.
to win.
All right,
Huh?
so
I
Yeah,
totally thought you were going to win, Papa.
I tried.
You did pretty well.
It was close.
It really was.
So it looks so. I guess right now, since we do have 6 people watching on Plexstorm, I'm not sure we have anybody on YouTube or Facebook. Wow, our biggest audience is Plexstorm. That's kind of cool. If anyone's still on Plexstorm watching and you would like to answer some trivia, I can read some trivia questions to the audience if you'd like.
Do it, Electronica.
Mhm.
There's only one person in chat right now whose name is Electronica, who is a friend of Miki's and mine. Mostly Miki's.
All right. Well, why don't I do?
There's like a lag too.
What I can do is we can just go, and for out taking damage, if anyone, I can go around and just read some questions off if we still want to play. Oh, there. No, that's. Hey, it's all for fun.
For fun.
It's Electronica.
Sucking is fun.
Okay, so Electronica will try one.
All right. So basic, advanced, or expert?
Hang on, I'm typing it. Someone's going to have to type it because there's this lag.
I can type it, Papa.
Thanks.
Basic.
Basic. All right. So here is so your categories are fantasy, Blade Runner, geek cinema, or Generation X cartoons.
Do 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 do.
Boom,
Whoa,
boom.
whoa.
Yep, this is for you.
Blade
Blade
Runner.
Runner.
All right. Blade Runner. The question is, who plays Roy Batty in the movie?
Hmm.
There's
I have a feeling Electronica knows this. Babby? No. Oh God, no.
No,
Selectronica says Lundgren.
nope, it was not Dolph
No.
Lundgren. It was Rutger Hauer.
I always had a crush on Rutger Hauer.
The
Oh,
late
he's-
Rutger
He lost
Hauer.
3 times.
He was so cute.
Rutger Hauer is cute and sweet in that movie specifically, even.
All right, so Selectronica or anyone in the cast, anyone want to try their hand at a question? Test their geek knowledge? We're not playing for
Oh
points anymore.
God.
I'll go.
All right, what?
It's somebody else. I think we spoke up simultaneously, but
All right, so who wants to go?
okay, I'll go.
You know, yeah, please.
All right, Seringa, what category?
Oh, you mean like the difficulty?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like there's a million categories. Let's go with the middle one, the advanced.
All right. So your categories are modern cartoons, classic video games, or Marvel Comics.
Oh, I want to answer all those, but let's do classic video games.
All
I
right.
say run the card. Do all of them. Just run the card.
We could do that.
All right. Actually, wow, I think this might be a typo because this makes no sense whatsoever. Yeah, this question's wrong. So Pete, if you listen to this, the answer to what is the 256th level of Pac-Man referred to, it is not G.I. Joe, a real American hero. So just let you know that.
Are you sure?
Yes, it is.
I'm imagining the comic book in my head right now.
That's the crossover that we've been waiting for, really.
It has- There is a Hasbro universe of comics where they put all of their properties into one universe.
Oh,
The
absolutely.
Joe, Transformers, the etc.
So
And humanoids, the
did-
long lost gem that I am fond of.
did
So,
you
I want to see a Visionaries and G.I. Joe crossover. Anyway,
did you want me to read off the rest of the questions? See if you can get them.
well, the Pac-Man answer is that that's the level where the game glitches out, right?
I believe yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, let's go for the rest of them.
All right. So, question. This is modern cartoons. When Harvey T. Birdman retired from being a superhero, what did he do?
Attorney at law.
That is absolutely correct. And last one, Marvel Comics. Name the 5 original X-Men assembled by Professor X.
That would be Scott Summers, aka Cyclops, Jean Grey, aka Marvel Girl, Bobby Drake, aka Iceman, Warren Kenneth Worthington III, aka Angel, and Henry Hank McCoy, aka the Beast.
Wow, you went above and beyond with that because it just their names and their other names.
Well, yeah, they're people, okay?
All right. And Sumiko, did you want to answer one? I think you had.
Sure, why not?
All right. What category? What basic?
Basic.
All right.
Yeah.
And you want to try to do the entire gambit?
I'll try.
All right. So first one is Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Oberyn Martell is known by what nickname?
Gee, that is not the Hound, so that's wrong. But I'll say, gosh, I should probably know that too, but I don't.
Okay. He was known as the Red Viper.
The
All
Red
right.
Viper, okay.
The next category is Doctor Who.
I'm not
And-
going to get that.
The question is, which doctor had a and I'd say like in this, if anyone wants to jump, if like you can't get it and one of the audience or, one of the other people want to join in, please do so. But the question is, which doctor had a long multicolored scarf as his trademark?
Oh my God, that was my dad's favorite one too, and I have no idea.
All right, that was the 4th Doctor, also known as Tom. Well, the actor was Tom Baker.
He was that the one who was Radagast?
No, I don't.
No.
No.
Which one am I thinking of?
Was Radagast one of the doctors?
Yeah, Radagast the Brown was one of the doctors.
I'm looking it up.
What actor was that even? I'll let Gandolfino look it up. But...
You just said something brown.
All right. So
Yeah.
2 more categories. Science. What does
Oh, I'm not going to get that.
well, actually, this is not even really a scientific question. I don't know.
Sylvester McCoy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he's one of my favorites too. I had no
Mhm.
idea.
The one who got trapped on Earth?
Yeah, he was. Well, no, he at the end of his tenure, he was exiled to Earth by the Time Lords and forcibly regenerated into John Pertwee.
Okay.
The most sexist doctor.
So, what does the acronym Roy G. Biv stand for?
RGB, isn't that red, green, blue?
Roy G. Biv, Papa.
So you're on the right track.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have it right. You just heard it wrong.
Huh?
Roy G. Biv. ROYGBIV.
You've answered 3 out of 7 of them already.
Right, yeah. Okay. So, isn't that RGB?
Well, it is RGB, but I'll give it to you. So basically, it's so RGB is red, green, and
Blue.
blue.
Yeah.
But the full spectrum would be red, orange, yellow for Roy, G, green, and BIV is blue, indigo, violet. And like the only reason I know that
Okay.
is because I took art in college and they beat it into my head like over and over and over again, so it was nightmarish.
Yeah.
All right, and
People say it's the colors of the rainbow. I dispute it a little bit, but
last category for you is Robotech, which, if anyone wants to help on this one, that's fine, or maybe you might get it. But the question is, name the 3 modes of a Veritech.
I don't even know what a Veritech is, so I'm not going to get that.
Syringa, you look like you... All right, go ahead, Syringa.
that would be. I hope I get it right. That would be like the jet mode, the Guardian mode, and the Battloid mode.
Yep, Fighter, Guardian, and Battloid.
Yeah. It's a fighter jet. It turns into a robot, which is the Battloid mode. The Guardian mode is where it just turns into a half robot, where like the legs and arms come out, but it's still a jet, which is the cutest mode.
And I know Liz wants to answer a basic.
Fun fact
set.
about Roy G. Biv: the queen who came up with it had a thing about 7 being the divine number, so he just invented the indigo-violet distinction to force it to be 7.
See?
But see, now Liz, you have help.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Come on, give it a try. You have help.
Yeah.
So your first category is Tolkienverse.
Okay.
Who is the chief lieutenant of the first? Who is the chief lieutenant of the first Dark Lord Morgoth?
The first chief lieutenant of Morgoth.
The Dark Lord Morgoth.
Sauron.
Sauron is correct. Look at that. See, you got one.
Yeah.
Sort of.
All right. Technology is your next category.
Technology stuff.
What is the farthest spacecraft from Earth?
The farthest spacecraft? Oh, Voyager 1.
Yes, that is correct. See, look, 2 in a row.
Otherwise known as Ventura.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's your next one. Old school science fiction.
Oh God, okay, I'm not gonna get this one.
Who wrote the John Carter of Mars, Tarzan of the Apes, and I can't pronounce this, Pelsidar series?
Lucidar.
Okay.
Hold on, can you say those again?
Who wrote the John Carter of Mars, Tarzan of the Apes, and I'll have Gandolfina say it again,
Pellucidar.
Pellucidar series?
Lucidar series? That I don't know.
Would you like to say it? Gandolfina?
It was Burroughs.
Yep, Edgar Rice Burroughs.
Oh, okay.
All
Although
right.
I had to say just Burroughs because I was mixing up my Burroughs in my head, and I was going to say William S. Burroughs, even though I knew
No.
that was wrong. So I had to just say Burroughs because I couldn't remember Edgar Ray.
All right,
Also,
and
also not to be confused with bunnies and burrows.
Yes, very different.
and Liz, comic books is your last one.
Comic books. Let's do it.
All right, what fantasy comic book series by Joe? Oh God, I hate words that I can't pronounce. God, I don't even know this one. What comic book series by Joe Madureira? Madureira.
I've been trying to pronounce that name for 30 years.
Featured the characters Garrison, Gully, Calabretto, Nolan, and Red Monica.
Dolly, Calabretto, and Red Monica.
No idea.
No. No clue.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's Battle Chasers.
Battle
I haven't done
Chasers.
that in so long.
Battle Chasers.
He
Yeah.
never finished making it either. He just sort of stopped making issues at some point, and then it just never was a thing.
All right, so we'll do one more round. So we'll go with Gandolfina. Do you want basic, expert, or advanced, or
The hardest.
advanced expert?
The hardest, please.
All right, this is the category is Indiana Jones. There's two parts to it. All right, what is the name of Indiana Jones's son?
Fuck. He's the pretty one, and it's in the movie that was bad.
Yeah.
So I refuse to answer on the basis that movie was one of the worst things.
I think I know the
He's the
answer.
Shia LaBeouf
What's the answer,
kid,
Mickey?
right?
What's the answer?
His name is Junior, so that would mean his name is also Indiana Jones.
You know who he was played by?
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Indiana Jones is a junior. His dad is a
Yeah.
dad is a senior. I am so wrong. Don't listen to me.
All right, well, his name was Henry Mutt Williams.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
And but here's probably an easy one. This still goes to Gandolfina. What is the name of Henry's mother?
Yeah, no, it's not an easy one. I smelled the colonialism on Indiana Jones early and never got into it.
All right, it's Marion Ravenwood.
Oh, of course. Okay,
Oh, he had a kid with Marion. I'm so sorry, Marion.
that's right. She was kind of cool. I dug her.
All right, so Syringa. I'm picking a hard one for you. What category would you like? Basic.
I want the medium one again. The
All right.
advanced, I think.
All right, and that has 3 questions for you. The first one is Monopoly. Name 4 of the original Monopoly tokens.
Name 4. Okay. Well, if it's original, it might not be what I think. But top hat,
Uh-huh.
dog, car, boot. I guess that's 4. Did I get 4 right so far?
You got some,
Wheelbarrow,
but
thimble.
you
Okay.
yeah, there
Let
was
me see if I can keep going. There's
right.
an iron, I think.
Mm-hmm.
There might be a train. A thimble, I think. That's all I can think of.
All right, so they were top hat, thimble, iron, shoe, battleship, and cannon.
Oh, battleship and cannon. Geez, they're like refugees from a Risk set.
All right, here is your second category, Princess Bride.
Okay.
In the movie version, Wesley required several items to assault the castle. What item came from Miracle Max?
Oh. Let's see. He didn't get the Holocaust cloak from Max. I think all I can remember is the Holocaust cloak, honestly.
That is correct. He did get the Holocaust cloak from
What?
Miracle Max.
I thought they did a whole. No, wait. No, in the book, they had to go on a whole quest for it.
Yeah, no, and that's basically said in the movie version.
Yeah. In the movie, I thought it just showed up. I thought they just omitted the quest and it just showed up. But
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's a lot of cool things from the book that I wish in hindsight were in the movie, like the King's Menagerie, like that whole
The
scene.
Zoo of Death.
Yeah, the Zoo of Death.
Oh, the
yeah.
Zoo of Death. Yes. Anyway.
All right.
What's the third one?
And the last one is Robotech.
Oh, cool.
And what is the name of the series of non-transformable battloids used by United Earth during the first Robotech War?
Oh, I know what those are. I mean, I can picture them. They're like the ones that the heroes don't pilot, though, so I have no idea.
They were called the Destroids.
Oh, okay.
All right, and we will go ahead and end with Sumiko on this last one. So do you want basic, advanced, or expert? All right, basic.
What kind of question is that? Yeah, basic.
All right. So there's 4 categories with that. The first one is modern fantasy. Question: in the 1999 movie The Mummy, who is the high priest that has a love affair with the mistress of the pharaoh Seti and is sentenced to suffer to die the Horm-Dai?
Emotep.
That is correct.
Emotep.
All right.
Emotep. Emotep.
Second
Alima.
second category is anime. And that is, what series had arch villains called Frieza, Cell, Broly, and Vegeta?
Yes, I don't know anything about anime. Vampire Hunter D.
Which is a movie I
That's
love,
true.
but
I could see those names being in Vampire D.
does anyone want to take a stab?
Dragon Ball Z.
Yep, that is correct.
That one.
All right,
Oh, God.
next category, modern cartoons. Space Ghost retired from being a superhero to host his own show. What is the name of that show?
Space Ghost, Coast to Coast.
That is absolutely correct.
I'd forgotten that.
And
Yeah.
the last one is fantasy. And the question is, what 1988 movie has the characters Mad Mardigan, Sorsha, and Elora Danan?
Willow?
Yep, that is correct. Willow.
Hey!
All right. So, yeah, no, and it's the game is pretty fun. It can definitely stump you. It's even when you play the Blitz version and you are blitzed. Pete has brought this to conventions where you just end up in a bar getting drunk and playing the quick version of it, where you're just throwing
Nice.
trivia back and forth at everybody. And believe me, I have read these questions. I was telling this to Liz. I've read these questions about 5 million times. And when I'm asked them and when I'm playing the game, I can't remember anything. So I
Yeah.
am not the dead ringer in this game. That's for sure. But
I was surprised at not getting questions that I was like, but I am a super fan of that.
well, so as some of my friends can attest, especially during our Christmas games, where the Harry Potter fan doesn't get any of the Harry Potter questions.
Oh, I know the answer to every Harry Potter question. The answer to every question is J.K. Rowling is a turf.
So, but yeah, it just gets frustrating when you're not the person getting the question that you absolutely know. So
Right.
it's
I kept waiting for Miki to get the horror questions. I was like,
Yeah. I was terrified of the horror questions. I don't know shit.
all right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ask me about The Shining, maybe, but
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and close here. So I'll give my closing after everyone goes around and says their goodbyes and their call outs and whatnot. So again, we'll start with Liz, and she's up there in the corner.
Back to the shadows.
All right, Gandolfina.
Hello again. Remember, I just started a Patreon, patreon.com/queermythopoeia, QUEERMYTHOPOEIA. You can blame J.R.R. Tolkien. He came up with awesome words that are hard to spell. And you can find me at instagram.com/bimbomagic_Sasquatch style. Magic spelled with a CK because I am that pretentious and that 1990s. Normally I give a shout out to Miki who's in chat, but Miki is right here. So I would just say that I love here.
All right, and Syringa.
Hi, I'm Syringa vulgaris, she, her, and I realize that I've been doing bisexual finger guns the entire cast for some reason. You can find me on itch.io, that's Syringa V at itch.io. If you forget how to spell it, Syringa vulgaris is the taxonomic name of lilacs. I'm also at Gently Press on Twitter, and this was fun.
All right. Now, Sumiko, before a couple of things I'd actually like you to, because you're a writer and you have some stuff out there, so I want to know like where we can find your writing, and I believe you are working the little picture on the front there with the two mice, and I know that's tied into something you're doing as well. So tell us what
yeah, I'm an author. My website is actually SumikoSalson.com. So that's if you go there, then under books, you'll get a list of all my books, and under comics, you'll get a list of all my comics. And also my books are available for sale at. You can order them from Barnes & Noble. You can order them from Amazon.com. If you go to my website and you click on the direct buy links, then I get a little bit more money. But yeah, it's all SumikoSalson.com. The cartoon is called Mouscavelli. So this cartoon is something that, it is something that I put together that sort of normalizes polyamory, transgender and queer persons, and also kink, and it's a cartoon. So lately it's been blowing up on TikTok, but I cannot refer to kink on TikTok because it's 13 plus. So I actually tried to clean everything up and put that on there, and it got yanked. So but I still get to talk to a bunch of non-binary youth and poly youth, because they actually exist, and queer youth, and about the cartoon. So that's kind of cool right now. But I had to put all of the kink stuff over on Instagram, where it's not as young people focused. And I have a Patreon which focuses on it a lot. You can find me at SUMIKOSKA. Just about everywhere, on Twitter, on Facebook, on TikTok, but I am Sumiko Salson on Instagram, because my Sumiko SKA account got attached to my dad's book, and then when he died, I couldn't get on it and do anything, so I had to do a different one. I want to definitely say a shout out to Electronica. Thank you for coming here. I would say a shout out to Atris, but he's already gone, but he might see this, so that's fine. But I wanted to let you guys know I am the host of the Erotic Storytelling Hour, which is for the leather and LGBTQ district. There's an alliance, it's a nonprofit, and they have a membership drive, and they raise money and stuff for that area. And as it happens, we need 2 more readers for August 18th, Tuesday, August 18th, and 2 more readers for September 1st. And we're specifically looking for or preferencing people who are not cis males, because a whole bunch of cis gay men are involved, so it's kind of cis gay man heavy. So if any of you are interested on reading, and we have Joel Gomez on the 1st, so that's nice. If any of you are interested in reading on the 18th or the 1st, please let me know, because we really could use some people and also help get the word out. Yeah. And this Sunday, I'm going to be at the Outer Weird, the Greater Outer Weird Conference, which is usually in Atlanta, but it's online. So I'll be speaking there on Southern Gothic horror on Sunday. So yeah, that's a lot of stuff.
All right. Wow. That, honestly, Samiko, at some point I'll talk to you offline, but I'd love to have you on my my podcast, Alternative Play. So I do a kink, BDSM, and nerd culture podcast. So we should talk later on about maybe having you on as a guest. But
okay, that'd be awesome.
All right. As for me, JC, again, host of Alternative Play Podcast, Shows Your Crits, and we have a Patreon as well. So patreon.com/Grindhouse Media. You can see us on Facebook at either Grindhouse Media or Show Us Your Crits. We are on Twitter at Us Crits, and Grindhouse Media over on Instagram. Before I go, I actually wanted to give not a shout out, also a shout out to everyone who was here. It was a fantastic and fun game. But if you're a gamer and you're looking to pick up a nice collection of various games that have been donated for a cause, Dissident Whispers, which can be either purchased in a hardcover book or a or PDF. Dissident Whispers is written all by African American game designers, and the funds actually go, and I can't think of the charity, but it's the Bail charity. So I really apologize. I can't remember what the actual charity is called, but the funds are going towards that, and that is the charity where it's going to. So if you want some great, and honestly, I picked it up myself just because it has a bunch of modules and adventures for a lot of different game systems and games itself. So you're really getting a great value at $20 for probably about a good $100 or so worth of material. So check it out. It supports a good cause, and also you can kind of see what what's happening in the RPG space with African American designers. So get out there and check it out. And other than that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. We're going to go ahead our little closing video, and everyone have a good night. Bye for now.
Triple.